didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Then you tag me. On the campus. Guys, it's so nice to finally be able to meet you. I enjoyed the film very much, and I enjoyed your performances very much.
Thank you.
So, not lip service, disclaimer. Besides Black Adam, you guys were my favorite characters of the film. I thought, I'm glad you were paired up
Flattery
because
will get you everywhere.
no, Black
Continue,
Hawk
go
is
on.
the badass, and Adriana was like the toughest superhero, a mother. So what can you ask?
Well,
for?
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and the thing that I would like to know first, within they're very strong characters. Within the context of the film, where do they draw their strength from? Would you say?
Well, I think for Hogman, i.e. Carter Hall, I think the strength he has comes from years and years of battle and figuring out what justice actually means to him. His experience with the JSA, there's a big, long prior history there of leadership, a lot of ups and downs, and having to figure out how to get it right. He's been through a lot in his life. He has a very sordid past, that he's trying to correct and get right. And coming into where he is now, he's just formulated a code for himself because from what he knows, from what he's experienced, he is in a position and he is the sort of the example of, for him, what it means to have actual power and do the correct thing with it.
Where I think Adriana draws her power from, it's a very relatable thing. She's a mother, and so it's just, you'll do anything for your child. You'll fight anybody. You'll tear down a mountain to keep your child safe, and on top of that, she has a lot of passion for her country. She has a lot of passion for Kondak, and she knows the history and she studied it. She's like an archaeologist. So she understands the country and what it used to be before it was taken over. So, she's a fighter and she wants to try to relieve the people of its oppression.
Something that I liked about the film is that it shows that there's not just one path towards justice.
Yes.
You have your law-abiding, by-the-book approach, which is like yours.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you have the rebels way,
Yes.
which is throw all the shit through the window. And
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's, I think for me, it's like the film it makes such an interesting statement in terms of like how nothing is black and white. It's
right.
like there's so many different
Except
shades.
for Black Adam.
Yes, damn it.
There's no gray Adam.
There's no, right. There's no.
Blackish Adam, no.
Yeah, no.
And do you agree with your character's point of view about justice and morals and things?
I'm a bit of a rebel.
Yeah?
I think.
Not so much about
No. I definitely agree with Hawkman's ethics and code, but I also know that code is based on seeing what is done well, right, and wrong.
context.
Now, law doesn't always mean it's right? Authority is not always responsible. It's not always, the right thing.
There's a rebel.
you know that?
Yeah.
I'm right,
Yeah. It depends on the
right in the
context,
middle
right?
of Black Adam and Hawkman.
Something that I usually think when I see acting is what of the performer's personal life seeps into the work they do. And I started researching you guys, and I see that both of your parents served into the Marine Corps, I guess.
Yeah.
And you were a brown belt, I guess, and descendant from a 19th century Persian Shah. And then I see the film and everything clicked. I'm like, what? Yeah. What would you say was the most personal aspect of the film for you guys?
Wait, hold on. You royalty out here in these
She's
streets?
royalty, man.
And you ain't letting nobody know? Okay.
We are in the
I see
presence
what's
of royalty.
Yeah. Outside of the fact that I've been waiting, over 20 years to be in something that's this sort of large by scale. I was raised by a single mother. My mother is Persian. My mother fled her country because of what's happening right now in Iran. And because she did not want her future children to be in that. So when I got the role of Adriana, it was a real honor for me, because I think when you see Black Adam, like I'm always paired with these damn superheroes everywhere I go, and everyone's like, "Who are you?" Oh, step aside. Hawkman, hi. No, but it's like it's an honor. It's an honor to play this character. Like I'm representing all the women that came before me that were fighting for something, that were fighting for justice, that were fighting to be heard, you know. And I'm also representing my ancestors, my lineage, you know. It's like I stand here as one, as Adriana, as the actor, but I come as many, you know, to represent and to have a voice for those that don't.
Well, thank you very much for your time, guys. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I enjoyed it very much. Not because of you.
What are you trying to say? What is this?
No,
Come on.
crystal dove.
Yeah, not because of you. Well, guys, thank you very much for your time. It's a pleasure to finally meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So I saw the film last night, and I have to say, your characters come off as sort of the innocence of the film. They seem to be very innocent, fresh-faced, not like the tough as nails, battling warriors, although you are. So I would like to know, what's your take about their place in the film?
I mean, I think it's really cool to watch two meta humans become superheroes. I feel like it's, you don't get to see that very often, and we also bring two very different perspectives to the question of moral, what is right, what is wrong, and you get to see them converge in the film in a very fun way. And like you said, we can also be pretty badass.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree too. I think like, and it's really great like hearing you say that, because it's like, okay, great, it gets across.
You nailed it.
No, but I think that's like, you know, what the film represents in its entirety is like everyone figuring out like who they are and their place in the world, and their version of what justice looks like. And so for us, that shifts in the film, and we embrace it and try to figure it out. And it's not like so black and white in a way.
That's right, and that's great. I'm so glad you touched on the morals and the justice, because there are like two paths to justice in this film. The law-abiding, by-the-book approach of the Justice Society, and then you have the rebels way and Black Adam's way, like, I've had enough of this shit, and the rules go by the other way though and everything. Personally, which approach do you favor, or which one resonates with you?
Like personally?
Yeah, like more abiding or hell with it.
Oh man, that's
We're among friends here.
You trying to get us in trouble?
Yeah,
No,
right.
never.
Second question off top.
Never. It's a very honest question.
To be honest, for me, I like, there's levity in both.
Yeah.
It's sometimes like in order to receive like what's best for the people, they're like not like standardized ways of going about that, and I think that's been proven like in history, like right now, especially in the world, and also like within the film, or like within the world of superheroes. And it's beautiful being a part of a film that kind of touches on that, and you can actively see all of those choices being made. So
1,000%. I think it's a question of context.
yeah.
There's no right way, no one right way.
No,
Yeah.
no, there's only the context of the situation and
Yeah.
how you.
Yeah, and it is very cool because usually, well, in days of yore, superheroes were very like one-dimensional, like I'm the bad guy, I'm the tough one. But here you get to see them change and everything. And talking about change, you are no strangers to fandom or being exposed, because each one of you comes from a very high-profile show. But this is your first movie of this kind. How does the change feel? Because they have a whole fandom that's got weight to it.
It's just for me, it's just exciting. And I'm just so stoked to be a part of it, and we've created such a dope family when it comes to our cast. You know, I think being able to travel around the world, meet fans, and hang with your homies and your family. What else can you ask for?
It's beautiful too. Like now we're in Mexico. Like there's so many places we're going to. It's like different cultures, different people, different like energies, and that's like really beautiful. And I think for me too, it's like the DC universe and everyone, like its fans. Like I've always been like really connected to DC, and so it feels like something I just really love, and I get to talk about it. And I'm just like so excited. So.
And do you feel pressure from the fans coming, like when your casting was announced?
So much pressure.
Right.
Yeah, because people go on the streets like, you better not mess this up or something like that.
Yeah.
Do you encounter that sort of fan pressure?
For sure.
They're zealous sometimes.
Yeah, you gotta. Of course, there's an element of that for me, you know. But I think I trust John. I trust Larry. I trust the cast. I trust the producers. I trust Dwayne. And we were able to really just show up and do our jobs and have a good time.
Yeah. There was just like that freedom that Jama gave us, and like Hiram, Bo, like all of our producers, to just kind of like bring our own energies into the character and our like own like imagination to it, and also like play with the source material in a way that just gave us so much to go off of. And so like trusting that and just being able to like focus on that for the film was like so exciting. Like there's such a strong foundation, so.
Sounds like a great work environment.
Right.
Well, thank you very much for your time, guys. It was great. Wish we could go out for drinks or something. I like the conversation very much. But
You can take the necklace off. It's all right.
yeah. No, the need to ward off your.
We'll ward it off. It's all right.
No, you're cool. You're cool.
Thank you
Thank you very
much.
much for your
Thank
time.
you so much.
Yeah.